Hey there, Virgo, and welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. I am here with your full moon in Capricorn reading, which is happening on June the 24th, so that's this coming Thursday. And today is June 22nd, which is when your ruler, Mercury, is going stationary direct. So for the Mercury retrograde for you was in your seventh house of relationships. So it would have been the themes around Mercury retrograde for you would have been around, let me just see here, my notes, were in around your career and your reputation. So you may have had big delays on group projects, which would have really been very frustrating. You may have felt really irritated. And who knows, maybe you weren't triple checking your work and maybe there were some mistakes made. Well, you're free of that energy for the time being, although I wouldn't start anything new for another week, 5 days to 7 days kind of thing, just to let Mercury get out of that darn shadow period that gets most of us, that gets in the way of a lot of things for most of us, not just you or Gemini. So, but this full moon for you, Virgo, is going to be taking some of the lessons that you've been learning about yourself and about the people around you, and culminating into a time of playfulness, if you can believe it, Virgo. This full moon should actually be really good for you because it's happening in your fifth house. So this is the house of romance, children, joy, all those kinds of themes. It's the house of Leo. So all of those Leo archetypes are, bringing a ray of sunshine, much needed sunshine into your world after a time when you probably were wanting to throw things. So, let's get into the tarot, Virgo, and see where we're at for you. Okay, I'm ready to go. All right, Virgo, let's see what we've got in your story today. Well, we're starting out with the Eight of Swords. So you may, I was calling this my quarantine lockdown card. With our global situation. But it can also just be, a set of kind of self-defeating thoughts that that we could be free of and that are really not what anybody else around us is thinking. These thoughts are your own. And, Mercury has been teaching all of us, has been teaching the collective that really, our real strengths lie in vulnerability. So if you haven't been, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you may have been especially frustrated. Oh, Virgo. We've got the Three of Swords. So there could be something that you're grieving right now. Leo wasn't doing so good either. So the foundation of your reading is the Judgment card. So there could have been a final decision that was made about something, whether it was you or someone close to you. And, this was, it's all out on the table. So in the past, we've got the Six of Cups. So this could have been a really significant soul connection for you. Kind of getting trapped in nostalgia. Sometimes nostalgia can be a healthy thing, and other times it's counterproductive. Wow, you could be dealing with a Leo. Leo had this at the top of the reading in similar cards. So you've kind of had it with something. You've been holding on and holding on and holding on, and it's like no more. You just can't do it. You're exhausted from it. Oh, it's about love. Two of Cups. That's what seems to be coming in. So, you could have been mourning a relationship in the past and kind of hanging on to it for too long. But what this full moon may be doing is shining and illuminating a completely new circumstance. Look at that. You could very well be dealing with a Leo, Virgo. We've got the Strength card. And there may be something about this full moon or the events around it that are going to force you to see vulnerability as a strength. And that's what's going to open the door to everything. So let's see what's happening in your environment. Ooh, the devil. So we got some toxic stuff going on. You know, and again, the devil is, you know, or a Capricorn. The devil is not always toxicity. It could be pointing to a Capricorn in your life or someone who has a lot of Capricorn in their chart. This is where you're just kind of, you know, on the toxic side, you know, I look at it as being self-doubt, you know, questioning yourself. Also, and also giving in to things that you know are not good for you. Your hopes and fears is the Six of Pentacles. So, you know, regardless of how that balance is achieved, it may not be even Steven, but it's balance of an exchange between you and someone else, or between you and the people around you. So your final outcome is, this is all about a love relationship, Virgo. You could be dealing with a Gemini as well. You know, this is like, I mean, when you've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers and the Six, this person may be coming back. You know, sometimes the story that unfolds within tarot, you know, can be multidimensional. So it's like, while you may have been trapped in nostalgia before, you also may have been trapped in the toxic aspect of a previous relationship or the relationship that you're in now. And what really needs to come forward is somebody from the past. So let's get some cards out to clarify this. But first, what are the surrounding energies? Passion. We've got the Ace of Wands. So Virgo, there's a new passionate beginning. The thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you're seeing vulnerability, your willingness to open up your heart as a strength and not a weakness. That is the biggest key. Okay? Because, you know, you may have been trying to be cool about something, but that's part of the old you. That's part of the toxic, you know, patterns that may be in your environment, but are not necessarily doing you good. You know, maybe it's just time to focus on partnership. Maybe there's something in your environment that's interfering with a love relationship. You know? So let's lay down some clarifying cards. Okay, so for the Eight of Pentacles, well, of course, you know, we've got, you know, and look at this. So we've got the Eight of Swords, where, you know, you're all tied up with thoughts and negativity. It's being clarified by the Ten of Wands, because this is a burden. It's a burden to you. It weighs on your shoulders. And, you know, and it's kind of like, if the Nine of Wands is crowning your reading, it's like you are reaching the end of this kind of mindset. You know, this kind of thing has to go, whatever this is for you. And then let's clarify the Three of Swords. Oh, pardon me. Uh-oh, the yawns are coming. Oh! I don't mean to laugh, Virgo, but look at this. Definitely something toxic in your environment that hurts your heart. Like, it hurts. It's funny, you know, because his hand is up and it's like, hi. It's like there may be circumstances and situations that are going on right now that have reached sort of this peak level for you. Because you're done. You're done with this. Could be a Capricorn too. For some of you, this is a general reading. If you are finding that it's resonating, Virgo, could you please hit the like button for me? Maybe even subscribe. Because I may not be the most consistent YouTube tarot reader here, but you know, you may also value going back in time on my channel to see, you know, where some of this stuff started, and brings you more clarity. And I'm doing my best to bring more content to this channel. So give it a shot. So this announcement or decision that's been made, whether by you or by somebody else, has put a defensive stance. With the Leo, I just read for Leo, and I believe they had this card as well. So there may be some crossover. If you're dealing with a Leo, I highly suggest you watch that reading. So somebody is on the defensive as a result of a decision that's been made. Ah! Judgment. Clarified by Judgment. Okay? So I'm going to say, I'm going to just kind of take that as a confirmation. Holy. These cards are something else today. Okay, because in the past, you held back with a soulmate. You've got the Knight of Pentacles here. And, you know, I always see the Knight of Pentacles as a very Taurus card. So who knows? Maybe it's a Taurus. But it's like somebody that you know, you didn't go anywhere near. You just kind of watched them from afar. But you didn't make a move. So maybe you're about to make your move. And maybe you only could get to this point if you were a part of a whole bunch of circumstances that made you more miserable than you could stand. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, this is very Leo. Very much echoes from the Leo reading. And I shuffle these cards, I promise you. Yeah, it's like you're done with holding up the fort. You wanna go from 9 to 1. Please let me drop. I don't want to be in charge of these 9 wands anymore. I just want my wand. For whatever you want to take that as. You just want one. Maybe you had like a lot of people around you. Maybe you were a bit of a player. You know? And maybe it's like, no more of that. I am done with that. I am done with my player ways. I am ready to focus on one thing and not 9 anymore. So let's clarify this 2 of Cups. Yeah, this may have been somebody who broke your heart in the past. Or maybe this love relationship, for whatever reason, isn't working. This is insane. The love is there. It's just whether or not the 2 of you can actually make it happen. And this may be somebody who is far away from you. You know, the Lover's card suggests that there's a mountain between the 2 of you. And, you know, they're not actually touching. They're reaching for one another, but they're not actually touching. So let's get a clarifier on the Strength card. Yeah, there may have been disagreements with the Five of Wands. You might have been irritable because Mercury was messing with you. You know, it happens. And maybe it didn't bring out the best in your partner or prospective partner. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Wands, clarifying. The Devil, yeah, you're done. You're done with the toxicity. You're done with the crap, essentially. You know, you're just done. You want something genuine. You want something real, something authentic. There also may be, you know, there may be the potential, or maybe it's something that you really want, is that you both have to apologize to one another. You know, you both have to be approaching each other with that genuine, you know, from the heart space. Clarifying the last card here. I want to make sure I get the right one. There we go. No. Queen of Pentacles. Well, there's you, all nurturing and whatnot. That's what you're bringing to the table. What about your partner? Your partner is anxious, and if I'm not mistaken, this was very Leo. So you could be dealing with a Leo who is not in a good headspace right now. And I know astrologically they're really being challenged, Leos, right now. So be gentle. But there's definitely a lot of hope. But you're in a process. You know, we're all in a process, and it's kind of like, you know, this full moon is going to be the big light that shines on the lessons that need to be learned, as well as the gifts that we give ourselves by embracing those lessons. And look at that, the Strength card. Yeah, I think you're probably dealing with a Leo. That's what I think is happening here. But it's definitely to give you strength and to find that vulnerability, it can be a superpower, you know, when we're not afraid of it. Ah, mice. It's eating away at you. It's eating away at them. I swear I'm shuffling these cards. But this is a crossroads. You've reached a crossroads, a significant one. 22. Powerful, powerful time in your life, Virgo. And once that block is cleared, you're going to run straight for it. Right now, you're just getting a higher perspective on how you want to deal with this entire situation. You know, there's a lot here. There's a lot to sort through. Take advantage of the, you know, of Mercury's shadow period to really become clear about, you know, where your heart needs to be to create the relationship that's going to nurture you. Ha ha, leaping in love. So, you know, it's time to take that leap of faith. And leaping in love is the number 7, so it's divinely... Oh, wow, Virgo, I think you just might have beaten Aries for a great reading. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. So, I'm so happy for you, Virgo. Hit a like on the video. This was a good one. Thanks so much for joining me. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach me at bonecotero.com, or also follow me over on TikTok. I'm at bonecho, or at bon.echo. So thanks for joining me, Virgo. Enjoy this full moon. Be the romantic that you were born to be, and be happy. Take care.